Gemini.
Hello Gemini, this is your August forecast for your astrology of 2015, and this month you have a party going on in the house that you rule, which is the third house of communication, so that you will come to feel this crowd of energy, this stellium going on here, more than people most. So what does that mean? We have the sun, we got Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and the new moon in this area. And the third house is all about what you relate, what you communicate, what you're taking in, what you're investigating. If you have presentations to do this month, oh my goodness, you're going to luck out. It's a great time to have meetings. It's a great time for you to set up anything that needs to be communicated or presented or judged. If you're going to be a part of a panel, good for you. This is a time to get your stuff out there to the world at large. This is also because you have Uranus in that 11th house for social activities within groups and partnerships and organizations. So if you're thinking about blogging or anything of that nature to get it out towards the social media, you will luck out and have great success. Not just now, but anything that you start here now will help you for, the whole coming year until the Sun and Mercury comes back around here. But next year, Jupiter will not be here to support and participate because she's moving into your fourth house for home and family, and that's where she's going to be working. It's going to be 12 years before you're going to have that gift that Jupiter gives. So this is your year, this is your time to break through. Jupiter will be leaving us here a little bit later in the month, August 11th. So you have up till then to really shoot that arrow. Think about Jupiter as the ruler of Sagittarius, which has its bow and arrow. Shoot for those long-term goals and do it now. Now you also have the new moon here this month in this very same area, and the new moon is what you initiate. So what are you initiating, and where should you put your intentions, if not right here in what we're talking about? Your goal for your intentions should be, I'm going to stay focused throughout the year. Whatever I'm focusing on now, whatever new ground rules I'm setting up, I'm going to stick to it, and then you will see how you can carry on through a full year until the next new moon shows up in this area. Talking about the moons, we got the full moon, which will be coming in on August 29th, which will be in your 10th house for career. So what you initiate on the 14th with the new moon, you can already see within this month, on the 29th, how the full moon is going to really light up the area of your career and bless upon you something here that I feel really ties in with something spiritual, because it is going to be crossing Neptune, which is that higher self. It is your upper chakras. It's also what is functioning in your area of career. And so Neptune is trying to not just spiritualize, which it always does, because that's what Neptune is, but it's also trying to help you open up your higher chakras so that you can start more and more, Gemini, to start visualizing what it is you think. And when I say think, it's because you're ruled by Mercury. Mercury is communication, but Mercury in itself is very linear, okay? So it takes time to communicate. It takes time to express what's in a painting if you're just going to use words. Now Neptune will just see it. It will see the full picture all at once. And in that instant, it's like time will speed up. And you may be noticing that in your lives right now, how time is starting to accelerate, how you're starting to see things really quick, you're processing super quick. That's the blessings of not just Neptune, but especially from Uranus. Uranus in this area of your social chart, part of your chart. So you might be meeting with new and exciting people that can be work-related, career-related, that think and resonates more along the lines where you have evolved to at this time in your life, and who you will continue to be for the rest of your lifetime. That means that you're integrating, and you have been slowly integrating these new ways of thinking, understanding, and allowing these new concepts to become part of your overall higher self. So this month, it will show you exactly what I'm talking about. You will come to encounter something which has these oh my god and wow factors to it, and especially around the moons on the 14th and the 29th, 9th will bring to you situations that you can relate this to. That was a mouthful. So let's talk about the party going on. I said presentations or any kind of communications or interviews will go well. The sun is there. Mercury, your way of communication and thinking, is there, which is your ruler, by the way, and it's super strong because it also rules this area, the third house. We have Jupiter, which has been helping you ever since that of late last summer to expand this area of your life. She is going to leave the third house here a little later on August 11th, moving into, now going to focus on for a whole year to come, to late next summer, about family and family members, whether this is your parents, might be more of support and help to you throughout this time, or vice versa. You might just come to see how you will become more of a support to your parents. Jupiter always has this jovial and enthusiastic energy alongside with it, and since it's the fourth house, which also rules where you live, how you live, Jupiter is expansive, so you might just come to feel that you need more room, more space. Some of you will start thinking about wanting to move, if not just this month. You have a whole year, and you will start feeling it, depending if you're early in the sign or late in your sign. The early Geminis might already have that little antsiness, wanting to have larger space. The rest of you will be getting it late winter, others will be getting it at springtime, and you will come to see how you are going to grow out of the nest that you have today. That will give you the best time of a 12-year cycle to renew your real estate. Of course, you can always move at any time throughout this 12-year phase, but this is the only time, this 1 year slot in those 12 years, which can actually make the best move of all, meaning that you can find probably the best space for the best price. And so go for it. Then we have here great news coming in on the 2nd. This is Mercury and Uranus. They are going to meet up in a trine. You might have a divine either intervention, it could be a divine thought, a new grand idea that might just be the wow factor. This is also through communicating with somebody in some group that you might just have this flash instantaneously knowing or solution. Don't hold back if you get it in this situation. You want to share what it is you see, and I believe you're going to be able to impress a few people. You might also be the recipient of getting some good news that might just set you off on a quantum leap. That's always very joyful as well. But then we have here Venus and Jupiter. They're going to conjunct. We had that July 1st. Some of you really got that cosmic kiss, as I called it, because Venus is love, but it's also money and security, and Jupiter expands this. So something was around you there July 1st. Some of you got it on the first hit. Some of you are getting it now on the second hit as Venus is retrograding, going back to capture or recapture it. That's on the 4th. And it should allow you to feel that there is more, should I say, security coming your way. And it comes at a time where you might be worrying a little bit about, can't say money, but maybe so, because we have Jupiter and Saturn. They're squaring on the 3rd. Jupiter wants to expand, and then Saturn contracts. So there's this kind of push-pull, and like, which direction do you go? What choice do you make? You might be between a rock and a hard place. And this might have to do with how you can improve your day-to-day routines. You might be pulled in both directions. On the 5th and 6th, Venus and Mercury also is going to square up to this Saturn. So you're working on, how do I get to go where I need to go? But then listen and watch. Pay attention to how Venus might just bring that solution here on the 4th, which will allow you to start seeing a bigger picture. That's what Jupiter does. It's always that big picture. On the 7th, I feel if you're having to give some kind of conclusion or response, say to a boss or a supervisor, somebody needing your feedback, and as long as you're kind of a little bit stuck or feeling in doubt, don't say anything. Buy a little extra time. And then already by the 7th, so it's only a few days later, it's like something's going to fall into place, and Mercury will be able to communicate your solution. It's coming up as a trine to Saturn. So that's the key you're looking for that will open up the door. And from here on, straight throughout the month, you will have good aspects, supportive aspects. It's a relatively quiet month, Gemini. We don't have this long list of tons of transits, and that is because the universe right now is trying to work with you to work through, should I say, those things that are of importance right now. And we have a lot of retrogrades going on. Venus is retrograde all month. Saturn is retrograde, but will turn direct on the 2nd, but it takes time for it to pick up speed, so it might still feel that it's kind of like at a standstill, but it is turning direct. But then we have also Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, the outer planets. They're all retrograde. So things have slowed down so we can process, so that we can work with, so we have ample time to think through what it is while we're setting forward our new goals and intentions for what we want, throughout the rest of 2015, and those goals that we are targeting for 2016. On the 15th, we have Sun and Venus. They're going to be conjunct, also in the 3rd house. Great time for you to travel anytime here. In August, I feel is great. If you want Jupiter to be a part of this, then within the 11th. After 11th, when Jupiter's in the 4th, well, you could still enjoy immensely this travel spirit, which the 3rd house is, but then it looks like that will be angled towards spending time with family, maybe your mother and father. That's what the 4th house is. It's also your foundation of the past, so maybe you will be visiting, traveling somewhere where you enjoyed, as a child or a teenager. On the 19th, we have Venus, which is love and romance, coming in with something of an unexpected, exciting venture. Uranus always loves to explore new things, all right? And so you might feel like the adventurer here on the 19th. Money is also ruled by Venus, so you can come to see how that too might bring you some good news, some good insight here this month. Now, the full moon we have on the 29th. This is going to be in your 10th house of career. I think we already spoke about that. We have Saturn going direct on the 2nd. We have Mercury leaving here. The 3rd house will be moving into the 4th house of foundation, home and family related matters. Jupiter will be there, so Mercury and Jupiter together will be working on family and the past, your parents, or also getting things repaired and done or expanded within the home environment. Anything with real estate, buying or selling, could be a good time for you to do so. Mars is currently in your 2nd house until August 8th. So here throughout July, you've been crunching numbers, really been paying attention. Especially if you go back and listen to the July forecast, you will recall what we spoke about, what took place. And Mars is trying to get you more streamlined as far as your income. And Mars will be leaving on the 8th to join the party in the 3rd house. And you will come to see that if you haven't traveled, taken that vacation yet, anytime after the 8th, you're going to feel very restless, ready to just up and go. And maybe some of these trips might also become very spontaneous, and they're the fun ones, aren't they? So I guess this is what we have for you here this month. And you, of course, your rising sign and your moon sign will give more. If you haven't listened to your tarot forecast, I would suggest go listening to that, because it gives you a totally different reading. It shows the people, places that tie into your adventures of this month, and give you a whole lot more insight there too. So I invite you to go listen to it, and I'll see you next month, Gemini. Have a good one now.